Hi everyone, Fernando here. I hope you all are having a wonderful day so far. So I wanted to go ahead and do a little unboxing on the Anker Solix Smart Generator 5500 Tri-Fuel. So the generator comes with everything that you need in order to get it started. The only thing that you actually need to buy is the engine oil. I'm actually using Valvoline 10W40. Personally, I feel like this is some of the best oil currently available. And the other thing you need to buy, and this is only in case you want to go ahead and run the generator using natural gas, you're actually going to need to buy a natural gas hose. Without further ado, let's go ahead and open this up. I got my trusty pocket knife here, and let's go ahead and cut the tape. Let's go ahead and get the other side. I love this knife for opening up boxes. So when you open the box, you have this really thick protection foam that keeps the generator safe during transport. And you actually have the Anker Solix quick start guide right at the top. So in the quick startup guide, it actually shows you everything that the generator comes with. It gives you a product overview. It also shows you how to get started setting up the new Anker Solix generator. And then it shows you how to add fuel. Since this is a tri-fuel generator, it shows you all the 3 different ways that you could go ahead and actually add fuel to your new smart generator. Underneath the quick startup guide, we also have the Anker Solix Smart Generator warranty and safety information. Make sure you give that a quick read before you actually start operating the new Anker Solix Smart Generator, just to make sure you do everything safely. One thing that I really like about how Anker Solix packages their equipment is that it's extremely well protected. So you have heavy duty foam. The box it comes with is really thick and heavy duty. And just to make sure everything gets delivered in perfect condition, it actually comes on top of a pallet. That's really crazy. Mostly everything that I get just comes shipped through FedEx or UPS. They really want to make sure that this new generator gets delivered in perfect condition. So once you remove the 2 foam pieces that protect the generator from moving during shipping, you could actually see that they took the time to enclose the generator in a bag, and this is to go ahead and protect it from getting scratched during shipping. Once you go ahead and remove those foam pieces, you could actually see that there's a box on this side of the generator box. This box contains all of your accessories and all of your tools that come with the new Anker Solix Generator 5500. So this is how the box looks like, that contains all of your accessories and tools for the Generator 5500. Let's go ahead and open it up and see what's included. So this is what comes in the Anker Solix 5500 accessory box kit. You get a funnel for oil changes. You get this cool little tool pouch. Inside of the tool pouch, you're gonna go ahead and find a screwdriver. You're also gonna get a spark plug tool changer. It's like a little socket that fits perfectly around the actual spark plug. And you're also gonna get an adapter for the natural gas hose that you need to buy separately. Inside the box, you also get the adapter to connect the Generator 5500 to your E10 inverter. And you also get an adapter to connect your Anker Solix Smart Generator to propane. So now that I went ahead and unboxed the new Anker Solix Generator 5500, I wanted to compare the production model, which is the new one, to the pre-production beta unit that I received a couple of months ago. So at first glance, they look exactly the same, but Anker does what Anker does, and they went ahead and improved the new production model slightly, and I want to go ahead and show those differences. So the first difference that I noticed is that the new production model actually has a bit more safety warning stickers compared to the pre-production model. One of the other differences that I noticed is that if you come over here to the handle, this is actually going to be the pre-production model. The handle doesn't have any safety warning stickers. When you compare that to the new one, here's the new one. The new one actually has a safety warning sticker that says, "Be careful of pinching your hands." So you want to go ahead and make sure that you don't pinch your hands. But another thing that reminds you of, not to put the actual cables underneath this handle. So one of my good friends, Tom, he was actually part of the beta test too. He actually put the hose underneath the handle. So the hose and the actual proprietary proprietary connection cable for the E10. And what happened is over time, the vibration actually cut his proprietary cable to the E10. So make sure that you actually run it over the actual handle and not underneath. Another noticeable difference between the production model and the pre-production model of the Generator 5500 is that Anker went ahead and improved the actual tolerances in between the panel gaps. So with the old pre-production model, the gaps would actually not align correctly. This was a little bit of an issue. So if you look right here, everything is actually sitting perfectly flush and perfectly. If you take a look at the panel gap on the other side, the same thing happens. Everything is uniform and sits perfectly flush. If we go ahead and compare that to the pre-production beta test model, you could actually see a pretty big gap where the pull handle is. And if we take a look at the other side, there's a pretty big gap in the actual panel of the generator. So the final improvement that I noticed that Anker made on the pre-production versus the new production model of the Generator 5500 is actually my favorite, and it has to do with the actual screen on the generator. The pre-production model of the generator just has the screen exposed. This is fine, but you just have to be a little bit more careful with it. The reason being is you could easily scratch the screen, or if something falls on it, it could actually potentially crack or get damaged. And in the new production version of the Generator 5500, they improved this greatly by adding a protective cover around the actual screen. This will protect the screen from getting scratches, and in case you drop something on it, it would actually protect it against getting cracked a little bit better than with the pre-production model. So the first thing you're going to want to go ahead and do after you unbox the new Generator 5500 from Anker Solix is you're going to want to go ahead and fill it up with 4-stroke engine oil. I'm actually using 10W40 4-stroke engine oil, and in order to fill up the generator, you're going to have to remove these 2 screws that are hidden underneath the handle. The first one is going to be right here, and the second one is actually going to be right there. Once you remove the screws, this side panel completely comes off, and you're gonna be able to see where you fill up the generator with engine oil. After you fill it up with engine oil, you actually need to connect the internal battery of the generator. The battery is there since this is a smart generator. The battery helps start the generator remotely. One of the coolest features of the new Generator 5500 is that it's able to run extremely quietly. This is in part due to the whole enclosure that's around the actual generator, and on top of that, they actually have sound deadening foam on all of the panels. This greatly helps reduce the noise level of the Generator 5500. So this is how the internals of the new Generator 500 look like when you remove the actual side cover. To fill up the gas generator with oil, you're gonna want to go ahead and find this little oil drain plug. You just remove this, and then you go ahead and grab your provided funnel with hose. You're actually gonna want to stick the hose inside of the drainage tube, or the oil fill tube, and then you're able to fill it up with engine oil. One of the cool things about this generator is that in order to actually do an oil change on some generators, you actually have to undo that cover, engine oil cover, and then you're supposed to tip the generator sideways, which is pretty hard to do since these things are pretty heavy, and that's the way you actually get rid of the old oil, and then you just fill it up with new oil. That's pretty messy. Anker thought of a solution for this, and they actually included a oil drainage tube, which is this thing right here. So when you do your first oil change, you undo this, then you stick the hose down that little hole right there, and then you're able to drain out the old oil without making a mess. That's engineering at its finest right there. Once I went ahead and opened up the generator side panel, I wanted to ensure that I filled up the generator with the proper amount of engine oil. So I went ahead and grabbed my quick start guide. On section 4 of the quick start guide, it actually shows you the proper oil amount that you have to fill up the generator with, and it's actually 650 milliliters or 22 ounces. Anker literally thought about everything when designing this new Generator 5500, and the included funnel actually has this little hook that attaches to this bracket so that you could fill up the generator with oil extremely easily. Once you get done filling up your Anker Solix Generator 5500 with oil, the next and final step before turning it on is actually gonna be connecting the battery. If you look over here right below the actual nozzle to connect natural gas or propane, you're actually gonna see this little cable with an orange plug, and right next to it you're gonna see this black cable with a black plug. What you're gonna go ahead and do is take off the plug and then connect those two wires together. Scared of making electrical connections? Don't be scared. This is extremely easy and it only plugs in one way. It has a male and a female, and the male and the female that plugs in straight to each other. This is what the cables look like with the plugs removed. Make sure that you connect these two cables with a little bit of force. If you barely put them on there, there's gonna be a gap in between both cables. You don't want that, so make sure that you press hard enough for this little gap to be completely removed. Once you're actually done plugging them in, the only thing you have to do is do a little bit of wire management and tuck the cable in somewhere behind the actual generator so it doesn't get in the way of putting on the cover back on. As you could see, I just tucked it behind there and now it's hidden and out of the way. So once you connect the battery and fill up the generator with oil, the last and final step is actually just putting the cover back on. So the cover actually gets snapped into place. It has these little guides that go into these little holes right here. And on the back side, it has these little clips that you're supposed to slide into these areas right here on the generator. And then you just hit it into place. Let's go ahead and do that. Make sure you don't forget to reinstall the two screws that go beneath the actual generator handle. Make sure you don't over screw these. Just basically screw them on until you can't really turn it that much. And that's basically all it needs. Let's go ahead and connect the generator 5500 to our E10 inverter. You're gonna first want to go ahead and open up this plastic cover and the bottom cover, and this is where the generator 5500 has all of its ports. It has a 120 volt outlet. It also has a 30 amp to 40 volt outlet, and then it has the proprietary connection for the actual E10 generator. You could see it a little bit better right there. Before you connect it, you're gonna want to go ahead and take the rubber grommet off, exposing the connection. You're gonna go ahead and grab your proprietary Anker Solix E10 adapter, and you're just gonna want to go ahead and plug it in with the handle open. So in order to open this, it's pretty easy. You see this little lever right here? You just push it up and then it opens up. So you're gonna want to go ahead and put it right, give me 1 second, right there. Make sure it's pushed in all the way, and then you press the little handle down until it locks. It also comes with these two little hooks down here that are for wire management. You're gonna want to go ahead and put the cable through that, and then you're gonna be able to close the doors. Lastly, you're gonna want to go ahead and connect your fuel source. If you're using gas or gasoline, you're gonna want to go ahead and fill it up from up there. I'm actually gonna be using propane, so I have the adapter already connected to the propane tank. And what you're gonna do is you're gonna grab your hose. It's a quick connect hose, so this is pretty cool. You just want to make sure that the port on the generator 5500 is open, and then you grab your hose and you connect it in. You just push it into place and you're gonna hear a little click. Once you hear the click, everything is securely connected. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a good rest of your day. The next part of the video is just gonna be starting up the generator 5500. So I actually lied. I forgot one crucial step, which is the app connection from the Anker Solix app. So what you're gonna go ahead and do is you're gonna select what fuel source you're gonna wanna go ahead and use. In my case, I'm gonna use propane. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna open up the tank. I'm gonna go ahead and set it to LPG, which stands for propane right there. Sorry, it was a little bit dark. So LPG, and once you do that, you should see the generator screen turn on, indicating that it's on. What you do now is you grab your phone, you open up the Anker app, and you're gonna want to go ahead and hit add device. And as you could see right there, it found it right away. You just click on that, and then you just follow the instructions given on the screen to set it up. So once you choose to connect it via Wi-Fi or Bluetooth, you're gonna want to go ahead and update the generator. Don't forget to do this step in order to have the latest firmware version. Before you turn the generator on to work with the E10, make sure you switch from AC to DC mode. so that it's able to work with your E10 setup. Once you do this, you're gonna be able to start the generator 5500, and you could just slide to start. And just like that, your new Anker Solix generator 5500 is working and running. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you all, and I hope you have a good rest of your day.